Usually, I'm not a fan of talking about bad emotions because I always feel like as if I am speaking death over my life, which is something that I refuse to do. But I honestly feel like something inside me is dying and it sucks. But I'm aware that that's something good, that I feel this pain because something that should die is going to die because this part of myself has to die in order to move forward. And this part is essential to my walk with Christ. I feel a lot of different emotions, jealousy towards other people about how their videos perform, how many followers they have. And I know that that's not what it's about, but I sometimes catch myself comparing myself to other people, the followers they have, the content they put out, the comments they get. And it's not just content, it's the way I look. I sometimes deal with a lot of different insecurities, such as the acne on my face, my hair, my forehead, um, that my that I just have a pelvic tilt that I have a round back. I'm insecure about my height, which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm 6'3", so what am I insecure about? I question a lot of things. The relationship with my parents, because it ties into my faith. I'm the only believer in my family, and I'm developing in a direction that is that completely opposes my family, at least my biological family. And on top of that, there's something else that has been happening for a while now, which is that I'm starting to transition languages. So I'm German. I can speak German just for a brief second. Hey, mein Name ist Richard. But the truth is, I don't know why this language transition is happening. And that's the most difficult part about it because I just simply don't understand what is why this is happening, which just causes me to just feel unsafe. It's hard to explain, but it's two different versions. The Richard that speaks English and the Richard that speaks German. To me, that's two different voices and two different people. When I speak German, let's say at work or with my family, I just don't feel like as if I'm myself. I can't express myself in the way I want to, and the language doesn't make any sense to me. I, let's say, look at a book and I read the characters, the words that are written in it, and it just doesn't make sense. It feels like as if I'm not able to understand the language, and it's the complete opposite with English. When I read the Bible, when I talk to God in English, when I go to church and, you know, partake in a worship service in English, everything just makes sense. I believe that that's maybe the case because just of my first church experience, the first years in church, just getting the gospel preached in German to me, and I was just not able to understand what message they were trying to convey. On top of that, the people that I was surrounding myself with had lukewarm faith. We only would go to church on Sunday, and outside of that is we had no relationship with Jesus. I don't honestly know what to say. There is just so much going on right now in my mind. I can't just mentally keep up. My mind is fried. I can't process any information anymore because since I started my journey in fall of 2023, I feel like I have been growing so much on a daily basis that so much is just happening in your mind to a point where you can't keep up. You can't process what happened yesterday, and you grow so much to an extent where yesterday's me isn't me anymore, and even the person that I was an hour ago isn't the person that records this video. I find it really difficult to speak about what I feel because my words I simply don't have enough words to describe what I'm feeling. I feel emotions on such a deep level, but whenever I try to talk with someone about what I feel, I'm never satisfied because my words can't express fully what I feel. I don't know how I'm gonna move forward with my parents. The plan is to move out soon. I don't know when. I hope that I can move out before the end of the year because I noticed that they hold me back, mostly just in my walk with Christ. And what really, there's just this conflict that I have with myself. Um, my parents are wonderful people. I love my dad, and my she's not my real mother, but she has been raising me since I was like in primary school. Always taking care, always making sure, you know, I'm in like a good school, taken care of, and you know, you get so much love, so much grace, and something that she does that she's really good at, which I really appreciate, is her ability to call me out for um you know, my mistakes when I go against my word, and I was a big asshole towards her for a really long time, and it only started really to get better within like these last couple of years. But especially at the beginning of my journey, I was an asshole towards her, towards just everyone in my family, because I had a super high ego. I still have to some extent, and I just thought I was something better. And because of that, there is just a lot of condemnation just between me and her. At least I often feel condemned just by just her presence, and I feel like that's justified because I was just an asshole. And on top of that, you have like this identity crisis that I'm dealing with like these two languages. So I don't feel like I have a belonging here. I don't feel like that these are my people. And I don't know if God is gonna, lead me away, if we are gonna stay together or separate. And I just want to pay them back in some way. And I don't want to make the mistake that I made countless times, which was that I just decided to cut people off. Something that I did at the beginning was I just blocked like everyone, grandparents, cousins, aunties, uncles, everyone in my family, friends, everyone, just blocked them, deleted their numbers, didn't even communicate it in a good way. And I just don't want to leave and continue on my adventure and just leave them in the dust. They carried all the weight, they sacrificed so much, and they just simply did that so that I go off in the direction that I'm taking off without paying them back in some way. I feel better now, if I'm honest. If there is something else that I can talk about in the future, just thoughts that I have, emotions that I'm feeling, just anything that has been that just goes on in here and in here, I will make an attempt to share that. I just want to show emotion to people. I want to be vulnerable. Maybe that's just because I think that if you want to be successful to some extent, then you have to do that. But I said this once, but I'm just gonna say it again. What I noticed online is that it's just a highlight reel for the most part, and people don't showcase their failures, their mistakes, and I just think that that's wrong because you make a lot of people feel like that something about them is wrong because all these people only succeed but you fail over and over again. And I just want that at some point, maybe out there is someone that is following, just watching the content that I put out about my journey, and that sees all the documented failure and is like, oh, he failed so many times, he went through all of this and he still refused to to give up. He kept going. He was in a lot more worse situation than I was in, yet he still made it. And maybe recording my failures can be some kind of motivation to other people that just fires them up to win, to chase whatever dream they have. I don't want to do anything anymore today. I don't want to read my Bible. I don't want to pray. I don't want to journal. I don't want to write Jesus a letter. I didn't even read manga these last couple of days. I'm frustrated at my inability to articulate my thoughts and emotions sufficiently. It's frustrating that I still feel like I am not surrounded by my people. At least everybody just lives in a different country. Noel is in Finland. Mario is in Dublin. I have friends are in Poland. Some other people are in Lisbon, in Italy, not Italia. Some people are in the US. I just want my tribe. I just want my gang, my crew, people that I can, go on adventures with, find the One Piece. Just people that you can just ride with. That's what I want. People that I can take care of, people that can I pour into, and the other way around. People that I can cook for, people that cook for me. Just a gang, just a group of Jesus freaks that set sail to go on adventures. Yeah, I think I'm just end the video here. I love you and God bless. Thank you.